Hey guys, Andrew Esquivel here, back with another review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the PYS Hammock Bug Net. Now, in order to review this, I kind of have to do it at night, because that's when the bugs are out. Which means, for the first time ever, I'm going to have to use night vision. So, with the help of my handy dandy camera here, I should be able to show you some details here, despite the fact that it is 2 in the morning. So, when looking for a bug net, I made sure to look for a few specific features. One of them was ensuring that the netting itself was fine enough that it kept out things not just like mosquitoes, but things like bugs that we refer to as no-see-ums. Basically bugs that are really, really tiny, like biting gnats and stuff. You know, those little guys are really a pain in the butt, and you can see just how fine the netting is, and that these bugs are having a hard time trying to get through, which is great. So I've had this particular bug net on the hammock now for at least a few weeks now, at least 2, and I do this because I want to make sure they're durable. I leave this this hammock up. It's my test hammock. It stays up all day, all night, rain, shine, any kind of weather. And throughout that time, we've had plenty of bad weather, and the bug net has held up very well. I'm very pleased to say that it is durable. Now, there are some drawbacks to this bug net, and it comes with the territory of having a very fine net. The problem with a very fine net is that it doesn't breathe very well. And when you have a netting that doesn't breathe very well, it becomes a little stuffy and uncomfortable. Let's put it like this. It has a slight ability to insulate. So during the daylight hours, you're going to want to remove it. Otherwise, you're just going to overheat. I've also had my camping fan that connects to this line right here trying to blow air through this netting down on me to help combat the overheating issue. And, you know, wind just doesn't go through this fabric very well. So at night, you know, it's a good thing. It helps maintain your temperature better. It definitely keeps the bugs out. You know, that's fine. But during the daytime, it's probably not something you want to bother keeping on, but fret not, because it's a very simple setup. Now, it comes with this very, very long string, and how you decide to put it up is totally up to you. I decided to tie it above the lines for my hammock so that it sits up above, and it easily spans well over 20 feet with plenty of room to spare. So, using it on a big hammock like mine, I have a double hammock, not a single hammock, so it's a bit bigger than the standard size. So I'm happy to report that yes, it'll fit just about any hammock. If it fits my hammock, it should fit anyone's. So to put this on, it's kind of like a sock. There's 2 openings, one on each end, and you basically just slide it all over from one side to the other, and then you tighten it down using this right here, this little ball thingy. That helps to keep it nice and tight. Yeah, there's a possibility of a few bugs getting in through the small holes here, but I haven't really noticed it being a big problem. You might be wondering, well, how the heck do you get in it? That's another one of the tricky things about this particular design. Instead of unzipping long ways, it unzips up and down right through the center here. It's got this double zipper setup, which the zipper can be accessed through the inside or the outside, which is good because when you have it zipped all the way down, you've got a very small opening for you to kind of get in there. And yes, you're most likely going to need to finagle your way in. It takes a little bit of practice, but if you're in an area with a lot of bugs, you really don't have a better option. It does a good job, and it being separate from the hammock itself, I've seen hammocks where they have a bug net built in. It's universally usable. And in my experience, I think the overwhelming feeling about this product is that I do like it. I wish it was more breathable, but I do like it. There are a few things that I think they could have done better. These little plastic hooks that go on the string probably could have been made so that it's not such a wide gap, because these things fall off all the time and you're going to need to put it back on. If they added a few more of them in between, it wouldn't sag so much, and the sag is kind of annoying. But, you know, it's a trade I'm willing to make to be away from the bugs. So I think that's one thing that can be improved. Obviously, the access is limited because you're trying to keep out very tiny things. So getting in and out, it's not a quick affair. It's something you have to be conscious about. I don't think you're very likely to tear the material. The material is pretty strong. And there's a lot of material, as you can see, all the way on the bottom. It goes far past where the hammock goes. So when you lay down and you really sag down, there's tons of extra space. So the chances of you ripping this material, I feel, is very unlikely. So all in all, you know, for the price, it's around $30 to $40, somewhere in that price range, which puts it, you know, at a competitive mid-range price. The lower end bug nets, I've in my own research discovered that a lot of people complain that smaller bugs like no-see-ums get through. I wanted to avoid that, which is why I got the fine net. I just didn't expect it to be this restrictive in its breathability. That being said, I can lay out here in the dead of night for many hours and not have a single bug problem. So, and for the job it's supposed to do, it does a good job. I still think they could have done things better, but for the price, I'd say that this thing works pretty good. And there's really not much else to the review. It's a bug net. It goes over your hammock. The access to get in and out is a little small. You'll get used to it. And it's not as breathable as I'd like it to be, but for the trade-off of no bugs, I'd be willing to take it, so I'd just remove it during the daytime. Easy. So, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope the review helped.